Everyone's got a secret, we're here to spill them. Real people, real confessions every single day. Subscribe ConfessLine if you can handle the truth. My family adopted 2 boys. When they came to us, they were 10 and 15. They spent 7 years of their life in the system, and they had a rough story behind them to begin with. I become very close with them, especially with the youngest, after a while. M begins confessing a few things to me. There's this group of teens, aged 13, 16, who are bullying him and his friends. These guys pick on anyone smaller than them. They ask for money, they try to instigate fights, they say some pretty racist stuff and make fun of M for being adopted. Couple years back, they ended in the paper because they beat up a 10-year-old to the point of sending him to the hospital, and another one pulled a knife out on a kid way younger than him. Bottom line, they're assholes, and I begin to loathe them through M's stories. Of course, what can I do? I'm 10 years older. Talking to them or their parents is no use because they obviously don't care. I can't just go and beat up some minors. Then M tells me about this new trend. I'm not English, but let's call it cutting. Basically, you take someone's pic, you write some pretty mean stuff about them on it and put it on TikTok. Once that's done, the guy's been cut, and apparently, that's pretty humiliating. After some consideration, my plan set into motion. I made a fake IG profile, followed the bullies, took screens of their photos and edited them to make them look stupid. For the little asshole who carries a knife around, I put makeup on him. Then I wrote some mean stuff on it without going too far and posted it. Boom, 3K views in under 1 hour. Then came the comments. People were laughing. Some of the victims tried acting tough in the comments, but the damage had been done. I waited. 2 weeks pass and M comes to me to show me the cutting. I played dumb, of course, had him explain the practice to me again. Apparently, the bullies are now being made fun of because of what I wrote. And not only, a rumor started that asshole Negre one likes dressing up as a girl and wearing makeup because of the edit I made, which was not actually my intention, but knowing how humiliating that would be for the little asshole, I'm so glad. I made sure M wouldn't be suspected, which is unlikely anyways, given the amount of people these guys have bullied in the past years. Am I a bad person? Yes, do I feel bad? Maybe. Maybe not. Second confession, I've been focusing on weight loss for the past couple of months. Online, I have seen lots of videos of people saying how their fat friends have bad habits, encourage them to eat more, etc. And I was always like, wow, that's so rude to say because truly it is. But I'm starting to realize some of the things said were true. Which friends have questioned why I ate 1 slice of pizza instead of 2? Which friends constantly hound me when I say no to dessert? Which friends told me not to focus on being skinny when they found out I was trying to lose weight? A couple days ago, my one fat friend and I saw this guy eating a salad. And they said to me, no way he's actually enjoying that right now. And in my head it was like, of course you would think that. I like salads. Not even for weight loss, they're just genuinely good sometimes. Then a couple of my other fat friends were hating on people who post about going to the gym. And it's like, sorry, they want to help others get fit? Once again, of course you guys would think that. I feel bad because I do not want to think this way, especially since I'm obese myself and I know damn well I can't be talking. Third confession. My mother-in-law gifted me a gold chain about 7 years ago. Her exact words were, "You should wear more jewelry. What do you do with all your money?" Which she wasn't wrong because I'm pretty frugal when it comes to spending. I wore that chain a couple of times, but after some time I noticed it losing color. When we visited her last week, she asked why I never wear it, so I told her I do sometimes to not make her feel bad. But I made sure to tell her it's fake. She didn't believe, arguing how it's not possible and saying either real gold needs to be cleaned, which I also did. Then she took me into this rabbit hole explaining how she saw the chain on the street, and a stranger found it at the same time. He picked it up first but insisted she take it, but asked if she has a ring to send to his mother. She gave him a broken ring in exchange for her chain, even told me it had packaging with price tags, and she took it to a jeweler who confirmed it was real gold and offered to buy it. She refused because she wanted to keep it, but I'm confused as fuck, like if this story is true, how did the jeweler not notice it was fake? Because the guy just giving away a chain for a ring sounds like a scam to me. Maybe they were running a setup and she fell into it? The street she told me this happened is super frequent, by the way. Fourth confession, I, F18, met this girl, same age, 3 years ago through a mutual friend. At first I admired her because she was really pretty, But after a while, she started to come out of her shell. She was really nice and smart, and I could honestly talk to her about anything. But over the years that I've gotten to know her, I've noticed how entitled she really is. Her family is well off, about $500K annually, and she lives in a nice home in a private area. Something that rubs me the wrong way is how she's always talking about other people's income. I honestly don't say much about it when she's ranting, because when I have tried to butt in and say something, she doesn't respond. She just ignores me and changes the subject. My family isn't well off. We barely make $20K annually in California, which means we're barely getting by, and she knows this. She's offered to buy me things and pay for lunch, so I'm honestly really grateful for that. But I just have this constant feeling of being lesser when I'm around her, because she tends to view a lot of people that way. She recently got out of a really toxic relationship, and after saying she was done with dating and guys or whatever, about 4 weeks ago I found out she's talking to multiple guys. It's none of my business, but I can just tell she's doing it for the attention. She never used to be like this. Since she's moved out to go to college, she's been posting things like "Who wants to come over?" or very revealing photos of herself, acting all innocent like she doesn't know what she's doing, when it's clear she does. The way she's acting, I partly blame her parents for, since she grew up in a strict Catholic household, always talking about waiting until marriage to have sex. People who grow up in these environments sometimes start doing things their families would look down upon as an act of rebellion. And I feel like that's the path she's going down. Drinking, being a mean girl, trying to have a relationship with every guy she finds attractive. She knows what she's doing too, because when I call her out for it, she doesn't deny it, but she also doesn't acknowledge it and just keeps doing it. One of her guy friends told multiple guys she was talking to that she was an attention whore. While I was disgusted by what he said and thought she would be too, to my surprise, she just said, "Now they don't want to talk to me and they unfollowed me." I don't know why I'm even shocked anymore, because she always comes to guys' defense if they're cute, of course. But why is that the only thing she cares about? I thought she said she didn't care. I don't know. She just seems like a hypocrite to me. I could go on, and I didn't even write everything that bothers me, but I just wanted to get this off my chest. She's my best friend, but I don't even know anymore. Lately, she's just been ghosting me because she's in college now, hanging out with her guy friends, getting wasted and whatnot. It's really none of my business, but I don't know what to do about it anymore. I really wish she would just focus on her mental health, but it's not my life, and she's pretty stubborn.